Welcome to another session of Viewpoints, an online discussion with new students and parents. My name is Therese Mukasaet, a communication student from Malayan Colleges, Laguna. And once again, I'm going to be your host for this afternoon. Katulad kaninang umaga, we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So to our viewers, don't forget to tag, share this live stream for your friends or family who are interested in becoming a part of Malayan Colleges Laguna. And for this morning, rather this afternoon, our topic is future proofing your IT career. Feel free to send us your questions on the comment section, and I will be very happy to address them later to our notable speakers. Malayan Colleges Laguna, a Mapua school, is a top performing school in the South, offering senior high school and college education in the fields of science, technology, engineering, business, the arts, and maritime education. With our excellent board and certification exam passing rates and outstanding reputation in local and national competitions, MCL is in constant pursuit of its vision to become a global steeple of excellence. Here at MCL, learning is driven by technology. With our physical and virtual learning environments, we empower and nurture you to acquire the skills, knowledge, and values that will enable you to launch your career of choice and become a globally competitive professional. We have blended learning tools available at your disposal, enabling a whole new level of collaboration and engagement among your mentors and peers, lalo na ngayon na naka-online classes tayo. And part of MCL's mission is to contribute to the solution of industries and society's problem through the expert application of knowledge. MCL takes this to heart, with faculty members and students coming together to serve the community while also learning and to initiate community engagement through sustainable efforts. At MCL, students are enabled to grow holistically. Learning is not confined within the four walls of your classroom. Through extracurricular activities, students can also experience hands-on learning and leading. Even in the midst of the pandemic, MCL, in partnership with various departments, student councils, and organizations, is constantly reaching out to students, holding activities that provide a respite from schoolwork. The institution is also an advocate of mental health with seminars, webinars, meron tayong mga forums on the topic being held regularly by the Center for Guidance and Counseling. We also make it to a point to check up on students and also employees regularly, encouraging the community to reach out to them as necessary. MCL is able to do all of these through Mapua University's world-renowned educational heritage that is deeply embedded in our DNA. And this is the DNA that you will be equipped with, enabling you to excel, lead, and innovate in a changing society through academic programs preferred by both local and international industries. And MCL received a 5-star rating for employability, guaranteeing students employment and an exceptional level of competence after graduation. A 4-star for facilities, ensuring access to a smart campus and advanced learning system, and 3-star ratings for social responsibility and inclusiveness, allowing them to contribute to the society through problem solving. MCL's quality management system, with the integration of its program offerings, is certified compliant to the latest version of ISO 9001:2015, and this is proof that MCL has built an effective framework to always keep the students' best interests in mind. MCL is granted autonomous status through CHED Memorandum Order Number 12, Series of 2019, enabling the institution to create new programs and engage in internalization as needed by students. And now to hear more about future proofing your IT career, let us hear the welcoming remarks from the Dean of MCL CCIS, Dean Christian G. Kikuchi.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. Hi, Mr. Reese. and of course to Miss Jonna, which I will introduce a little later. So we are glad that you can join us as we share with you what our institution and the college can offer as we prepare for this new normal situation. So later on, as I have mentioned, I'm going to introduce my program chair for the computer science program, and she will enlighten us for the in and out of the BSCS curriculum and its promising career opportunities. But before she presents, allow me to give a brief background about the college and its program offering. So next slide, please. So our college, which was known before as the College of Information Technology, was one of the colleges in MCL that started offering degree and certificate programs in 2007. During that year, only the BS in Information Technology program was offered by the college together with the 2-year certificate programs in software technology and digital arts and design. It was in 2008 when we first started to offer the BS in Computer Science program. And in 2014, the BS in Information Systems. Okay, so next slide. So way back in 2007, it was clear to us how MCL IT education will be different from the other institutions offering the same degree programs. We know that we may not be able to get the best students from the region during the early years of MCL as what top universities in the Philippines can. But we believe we can transform our students to become better and globally qualified IT professionals once they graduated from us. And so far, we were able to realize and deliver this commitment. Our graduates can definitely attest to this one. Next slide, please. So what are we doing to make sure that we will be able to deliver our commitment? First, we ensure that our curriculum are ready for the demands of the industries. We are in constant communication with different companies where our graduates are currently employed to seek for their feedback and suggestions on how to further improve our curriculum. And we are happy and proud of their feedback about our graduates. Here's one of our graduates, Ronel John Bartolaso, who is now with Oracle as Service Implementation Specialist. So let me read his realization after taking the IT program here in MCL. And I quote, I can attest that the technical courses being taught in MCL are in demand and relevant to the workplace. Add to that the soft skills that are continuously developed throughout one's stays in MCL. End of quote. Mr. Bartolaso was one of our magna cum laude of his batch and a former faculty member of the college before joining the IT industry. Next slide, please. We also believe that our students, to be prepared globally, we need to provide them with opportunities that will open their minds on what's happening in the global arena. This is the reason why we are doing our best to look for partnerships, not just local, but with international linkages. So far, we have good collaborations with ASEAN Foundation in spreading the opportunities in the field of data science and analytics through trainings, workshops, and competition. We also have an ongoing engagement with SAP in training our faculty members as well as our students in using ERP, a software being used in business solutions. And just recently, we have signed an MOA or Memorandum of Agreement for the delivery of CompTIA certification courses for their IT Fundamentals Plus and A Plus courses. Another area that we are very serious about is our OJT or on-the-job training or practicum program. We have a strict selection process before deploying our students to a company for their OJT program. We ensure that the company is capable of providing real-world experience to our students and not just them doing clerical or office-related tasks. These are some of the partners institutions where our students take their OJT or practicum program. Some of these companies even hired our graduates right after completing the program. Okay, next slide, please. Second, we make sure that our curriculum and courses are properly designed to provide opportunities to our students to develop not just their intellectuals, but also their soft skills necessary for the 21st century workforce. We ensure that our students will have life after class. We have organizations where they can meet their fellow students doing other stuff, bringing out their social and communication skills, and provide activities that will build their collaboration and leadership skills. One of our graduates, Mr. Jared Aaron Bautista, shared his thoughts about how MCL honed these leadership skills and how he appreciates the entire MCL community for this. According to him, the College of Computer and Information Science taught him how to deal with different types of people. It's actually more on the leadership side. During his college days, he explained handling several groups of students since he was part of our student council and some of the school's organizations. He took these opportunities to train himself on how to handle and to engage with people, which he was able to apply in the corporate world today. Jai is now currently connected with AIG Shared Services as an SAP Basis Administrator. Okay, next slide. So we are glad that MCL strongly support community initiatives and engagements activities. CCIS focuses in delivering IT literacy to public schools in the region. We tap student volunteers to be one of our facilitators during the training and workshops. Also, we provide support and assistance to some local government units in terms of their IT-based requirements. Most of these software solutions were developed and set up by our students as part of their on-the-job training activity. Through these engagements, our students are being exposed to real-world situations where they can apply their learnings and also develop their soft skills like communication, teamwork, leadership, and a lot more. Okay, next slide. So curriculum and courses are just two pieces of the puzzle. Aside from that, we make sure that we have highly qualified faculty members who can serve as mentors and a friend that will surely guide your child every step of their way. Our faculty members are also actively engaging in doing research and presenting its output to the international fora. By doing so, they're expanding their knowledge base about certain specialization and getting opportunities to learn new concepts that in return, they can share to our students. Our faculty members are not just active in teaching and doing research, but are also into community engagements and initiatives. So before I continue with that, allow me to share our success during the MCL Faculty Congress last 2019, where 3 of my faculty members were recognized as the outstanding faculty for teaching, research, and community service. So in this slide, you will see graduates and also their advisor being recognized for the best in paper and presentation during their presentation in international conference. So most of our research outputs focus on how we can provide IT-based solution to different sectors like health, education, environment, and even private companies. Next slide, please. Now, a lot of students have this impression that taking IT-related programs in MCL is difficult as compared to other schools. Well, they are correct. This is how a true IT should be. However, here at MCL, as part of our commitment, we have prepared a good intervention and support program for our students. CCIS developed what we called as Comprehensive Collegiate Intervention and Support Advising Program. In collaboration with the different departments such as our guidance, student advising, and values education offices, we have developed different activities that will assist our students as they adjust to MCL academic and social life. We will also provide one faculty member per student who will serve as their program advisor who will assist them in case they will have concerns or problems in relation to their program of study. Lastly, seminars, both academic and non-academic, will be provided so that they will have better appreciation of their possible career path and to prepare them well before joining the workforce. Next slide. Okay, so far, I have presented an introduction about our college and the promise that we are committing to our students. So on this next part of this discussion, we'll be hearing the presentation about the three programs being offered by MCL under the College of Computer and Information Science. But before we have that, let us watch this short animated video that will give us a quick overview of the three ITE programs. So there you go. Now to give us more details about the BS in Computer Science program, we have here the program chair, Ms. Jonaline G. Ebron. Good afternoon, Ms. Ebron.
Good afternoon, Sir Ian.
Go ahead, Ma'am Ebron. You can proceed with the presentation of the BSCS curriculum.
I think Ma'am Jonalyn is having some technical difficulties as of right now. But Sir Dean Ian, while we're waiting for the presentation of Ma'am Jonalyn, ano po ba yung mga i-discuss ni Ma'am for a summary muna?
Yeah, basically, she will introduce the BSCS or the BS in Computer Science program that we are offering here in MCL. So she will be telling us what to expect in this program in terms of how we're going to prepare our students and, of course, the career opportunities that is available once our students were able to graduate under this program.
Okay, well, since sir, you've mentioned about career opportunities, siguro isa yan sa mga questions na iniisip din ng ating mga viewers while watching our live stream right now. And to continue, the connection of Ma'am Jonalyn is already back online, so let's welcome her back. Okay. Mukhang matagal-tagal muna si Ma'am Jonalyn. She's really having some technical difficulties. Ito ang reality ng ating online setup na hindi naman talaga may iwasan. Pero sir, I would siguro tatanungin.
Percent if Ma'am
Okay,
Jonah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sige sir, take it away po. Go Dean.
Okay. So, this is the BSCS or the BS in Computer Science program of MCL. Okay. So, the Commission on Higher Education through their CMO number 25 series of 2015. This is on the policies and guidelines for the offering of the different ITE programs, defines the scope and coverage in the curriculum of the different ITE programs. So para po sa viewer natin, no, basically, this new CMO clearly differentiate, okay, the design and the implementation of the three ITE programs. So we have the BS ComSci, BS IT or Information Technology, and BS Information Systems. So for the BSCS, as we have seen in the animated video presentation earlier, the new BSCS curriculum focuses on the study of concepts and theories, algorithmic foundations, implementations, and applications of information and computing solution. So this new curriculum will prepare the students to acquire skills and disciplines required for designing, writing, and modifying software components, modules, and applications that comprise software solutions. So basically, the new design of the BSCS curriculum focuses more on building professionals who will provide computing solutions needed by different industries and sectors of our society. So they are now more aligned into software development. Okay? Next slide, please. So here are, sorry. So our computer science students will be prepared and equipped with the knowledge, skills, right attitudes, and discipline in designing and creating complex and intelligent software solutions. So what differentiated our graduates, we believe, is their right attitudes and disciplines that they acquired while studying in MCL. This is one of the good feedback that we are receiving from our partner industries with regard to the quality of our graduates, of course, aside from their excellent technical skills. So basically, graduates of computer science program are expected to be good software developers or engineers who are experts in solving complex computational problems, researchers and innovators in the field of information technology and computing. Usually, they are job ready for ICT companies which provide software solutions such as mobile app, game development, software development, and web development. So this include IBM, Accenture, Oracle, and HP to mention some. Of course, there's a lot of companies who are providing software development solutions. Okay, next slide. So aside from what I have mentioned, these are some more career opportunities available for graduates of the CS program. So these include database administrator, database programmer, game developer, game designer, quality assurance engineer, system analyst, data scientist, data analyst, web administrator, and web developer. There are a lot more IT-related jobs that are available for CS graduates. But what I have presented are the jobs of today and the jobs of the future. So taking a college degree in computer science is not just giving you the key for a successful career, but it also guarantees a future-proof profession. Okay? So next slide. Okay, so moving on, let's have now the BSIS or BS in Information Systems program. So basically, this is not a so popular program, and most often, no, it's being ignored by parents and students, basically because they are not aware that this program exists. Okay, so tanungan nila, ano ba yung information systems, no? Kailan pa ba yung information systems na yan? Di ba? Actually, even the industries are not into BSIS kasi. That's why it's not really that popular as compared to ComSci or IT. Okay? But let me enlighten you about this particular program. So this program focuses on the study of design and implementation of solutions that integrate information technology with business processes. It prepares the students to be IT professionals and an expert in the design and implementation of information system for business processes. So given these two descriptions, parang hindi po ba ito yung work na ginagawa, no, ng mga graduates ng ComSci or ng IT previously, di ba? So most of the schools are actually producing not ComSci, not IT, but IS professionals because they are being prepared, no, for business processes more than the theoretical, the algorithmic side of the ComSci, and the hardware and infrastructure side of the IT, as I will discuss a little later. Okay? So basically, graduates of this program intends to work with IBM, Accenture, HP, and other BPO industries as solution specialist and developer. Okay? So, dun po sa mga audience natin ngayon, parents or students, okay? Let's ask ourselves, no? Ako ba yung gustong magtrabaho sa IBM, for example, Accenture, o yung mga similar industries? Baka IS yung dapat kong kuhanin. Kasi this program will definitely prepare the students to be IT professionals and expert in the design and implementation of information systems. Okay? Sige po. So let's see ano yung mga opportunities. Next slide. So for our IS students, they will be prepared and equipped with knowledge, skills, attitudes, and disciplines in integrating IT solutions in business processes to become data scientists and analysts who are experts in developing business solutions and job ready for companies like what I have mentioned, Accenture, HP, IBM, SAP or SAP, Oracle, and all other business solutions providers. They can also take other career paths such as organizational process specialist, data quality specialist, information system project manager, systems auditor, QA analyst, systems implementation officer, and even web development. So here we can say that CS and IS, while they have common skill sets, they differ on where to apply their knowledge and skills. So CS basically has a broader scope, while IS are more specialized on providing business solutions. So the training and preparations that they will get with the IS program will make them the best choice for business solution providers I have mentioned before. Okay? Next slide. So finally, let me present the BSIT program. So this program focuses on the study of utilization of computers and computer software to plan, install, customize, operate, manage, administer, and maintain information technology infrastructure. So this program will help the students to be IT professionals well-versed on application, installation, operations, development, maintenance, and administration of IT-based solutions. The new design of the IT curriculum shifted the focus from software and application developers to IT infrastructure and IT-based solutions. Well, to give you an idea, before, if your student, no, if your child took IT program, most of the schools offering IT programs are heavy in teaching programming courses. No? Nakafocus sa development, even yung IT students. Well, that's the design of the previous curricula. No? But with the new CMO, we shifted now the focus from being a software or application developer, meaning programmer, into IT infrastructure and IT-based solutions. They're still doing programming, okay? Don't get me wrong about that. However, the programming skills that they were able to get, okay, should be used in building IT infrastructures and solutions, okay? And at the same time, they can take the lead in the administration and maintenance of these solutions. So basically po, dapat nandun sila sa hardware, nandun sila sa infrastructure solutions. So not on software, web, okay, mobile development, but more on the IT infra and IT solutions, IT-based solutions. Okay? Next slide. So here in MCL, we prepare and equip our IT students with the knowledge, skills, right attitudes, and discipline in utilizing hardware and software technologies to become network and system administrators and engineers who are experts in information security and Internet of Things, and to be job ready for companies like Cisco, IBM, PLDT, Globe, and all other IT infrastructure solutions providers. So other career opportunities waiting for IT graduates include information security administrator, information security engineer, database programmer, IT entrepreneur, web administrator, and web developer. Next slide. So to summarize, no, let me give this example para po mas maging malinaw sa atin, no, yung differentiation ng tatlong program. Okay? Importante pong maintindihan natin kasi we have cases before na yung student and the parent decided to take, no, yung bata kumuha ng IT, okay? But iba pala yung gusto niyang i-develop or gusto niyang gawin. Dapat pala nag-comsci siya. Okay? And also we have those naman na nag-comsci and then mas gusto pala sa infrastructure. So it's important that we understand, no, the difference among the three programs. So let me give this example. So basically the CS people or the CS professional, will be developers of computer solutions. Okay? So nandun po sa software development, no? So they can create mobile application, web application, they can create game, okay? And a lot more. Any software or computer-based solutions. So basically po, with this new curriculum na kay computer science po, no? Yung challenge na mag-develop ng mga computer-based or software solutions. Okay? Now, the IT people or the IT professional will utilize and administer IT-based solutions and infrastructures. Okay? So for example, may na-develop po si Comsci. Gagamitin yung application na yon ng isang company. So it would now be the task of the IT professional to install, administer, and maintain, okay, yung software solution na na-develop ng CES. So si CES, siya yung gagawa ng application. Pag natapos na niya, ibibigay niya sa mga IT, okay, IT professionals, and then sila naman ang magde-deploy doon sa system. Okay? Now, the mobile app, which was developed by CS, can also be utilized by the IS people. Okay? If and only if this application will be used to improve business processes. Okay? So, gumawa ng mobile app si CS. Okay? But that mobile app will be used to improve certain business process solution of business process of a company. So pwede nga yung ituloy ni IS, okay? So the IS people now will take care of the design and development, further development of this mobile application. So this time the application that developed by either CS or IT can now be integrated and utilized by IS for improvement of business processes. Okay? So, kikita po natin doon, no? Si Comsci magde-develop ng solution. If that solution will be used to improve business processes, pwedeng i-enhance, i-improve ni IS, no? Ni information system. Now, kung gagamitin na sa company as part of their solutions, then the IT people now would be in charge of deploying and maintaining the solutions, whether it's a mobile, a web app, or any computer-based solution. Okay? So I hope with this example, we'll have a better understanding of the three programs that we are offering. So that's it for our presentation. Ms. Therese.
Thank you for that presentation, Dean Ian. I know our viewers were enlightened kung ano nga bang program ang iti-take nila based sa kanilang mga gustong gawin in the future. We will be right back with you sa ating question and answer. So thank you very much once again, Dean Ian. And now we will head on kung ano nga ba ang admissions process ng MCL. If you want to be an MCL student, tune in to this segment because this afternoon, MCL's admission director is going to be joining us to explain the admissions process of the school. I would like to welcome Sir Josh Pisigan.
And good afternoon to everyone who's actually tuned in to this session of our Viewpoints. Again, my name is Josh Pisigan. I'm actually the admissions director from Malayan Colleges Laguna. And this afternoon, I'll go through the short and very straightforward admissions process for academic year 2021-2022. Ayan. For those who are actually interested to apply for Malayan colleges, I'd like to reiterate lang and to inform everyone that this year we have relaxed admissions requirements, particularly we are open admission. So what does that mean? It means po na we don't have an entrance exam in place. So It's as simple as an applicant going to the website and just furnishing the online application form, and they can go ahead and go straight forward with succeeding steps in terms of enrollment and application and enrollment. So for this year, it's a lot easier. We didn't want any possibility of spreading the disease, obviously COVID-19. So we went away with did away with the entrance examinations para naman ma-prioritize natin ang health and safety of our students, and also the parents are um, also involved in the whole admissions or enrollment process. So sige po, let's go on to the next slide. Students and actually parents or guardians can process the enrollment online. Also, we have facilities or an on-site facility which can accommodate anyone who prefers to do our enrollment on-site. We definitely understand naman po na meron pa rin sa atin na gustong pen and paper pa rin or process the transaction here in the campus, Malayan College's campus. So we definitely will accommodate that po. Actually today, which is July 3rd, is Saturday, we're open for enrollment. We have a line outside processing their enrollments din po. And so we wanted to make sure that we are available for the next coming weeks in July. Actually, all through August po yan. So it's from Tuesdays to Saturdays. We operate from a window of 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. So medyo we definitely want to control the crowd who comes into the campus, just to be sure lang po that we're maintaining or we're abiding by what the government, IATF, and schools management's protocols are in terms of your health and safety. So as a reminder lang po, if you're trying to drop by the campus, please make sure that you have your face mask, your face shield, you have a bottle of alcohol or disinfectant wipes. We encourage everyone din po that if you have forms that you need to fill out, please do it at home. The forms are actually available online. You can print them at home and then just bring it here para hindi na rin po tayo magpapasahan ng mga ballpen. Or bring your ballpen just to be sure na lang din if there are things that you will still need to fill out here in the office or in the campus. Kindly po secure an appointment before you drop by the campus. On the screen, you'll see a QR code. Please have, or if you have your mobile phones handy, you can take a screenshot of it or scan the code so that you will redirect you to the online appointment form, which all you need to do is to furnish that form or fill it out, and then hit the submit button and you will get an email confirmation directed to your email confirming your slot or your appointment for your selected date of visit here in the campus. Next slide po. Ayan. So aside from the QR code that I flashed earlier or in the previous slide, you can also secure an appointment by visiting our website. That's www.mcl.edu.ph. The first thing that you will see on the site po is a pop-up message. Ayan, yung nakikita niyo po sa screen. All you need to do is to click on the option to the left. And that will redirect you din po sa ating online appointment form. The option to the right po, which says contact or helplines, if you click on that po, it will redirect you to a form wherein all you need to do is to provide us with the information and we will call you back for any information or question or clarification that needs to be addressed by the admissions team. So those are the two options, and you can reach out to us po. Again, if you're trying to visit the campus, please secure an appointment first. Ayan. So, sige po, next slide. I guess I can move on to discussing the application process. So if there's anyone here who still hasn't processed their application yet, it's very simple. Like what I mentioned earlier, all you need to do is to go to the website. That's www.mcl.edu.ph/admissions. There will be an online form that's applicable to the program that you're trying to apply for. Next slide po. Ayan. So when you visit the site, there's two options. So if you're applying for senior high, choose the one to the left, and the one to the right will be for the baccalaureate programs or college. So for CCIS, obviously tayo sa college. So just click on that form or that image to the right or the get started link, and that will redirect you to the online application form. Simply fill out all the required information, particularly po ang ating email address, because that is our major mode or main mode of communication in terms of providing the students or prospective students information in terms of their application and their enrollment. Yan. Next slide po. Yan. So after you submit your application, you will get a confirmation email coming from admission. So please read through this email. It's a bit lengthy, but it contains all of the pertinent information that you will need in terms of application and enrollment. So make sure lang po that you keep this email because this has your authentication code, which you will use eventually once you're trying to obtain your credentials to log into our BBLN1 MCL account. But basically, after you submit the application form, you get a confirmation email, and that confirmation email will lead you to the next step, which is, next step is to pay your application fee. So you will need to request for payment, and then once you do a request or process a request for payment, it will provide you with the information or the step-by-step instructions on how you can pay the 400 peso application fee for this school year. There are a lot of different ways wherein you can settle this 400 peso fee application fee payment. Next slide po. Ayan. So on the screen right now, you're seeing the different online and off-site payment channels that we currently have. We have RCBC Bank Card. You can also do a bank transfer within RCBC. You can pay the application fee through PayMaya and GCash. And we also have facilities such as third-party intermediaries po, itong mga Cebuana Luwilier and M. Luwilier. So as a reminder lang po, once you get the instructions for payment, please follow the instructions. Specifically po, please write on your proof of payment your name, your contact number, and your email address, just so that we can trace the payment. Kasi sometimes students would just process a GCash transfer without any information. They send it to us. Tapos parang mahirap po kasi for us to actually trace it. With data privacy, we can't really just ask GCash for any trace or information about the transaction. We only get like a reference number. And unfortunately, kung wala pong pangalan na nakalagay ng estudyante, hindi po namin malalaman kung sino po yung nagbayad. So please make sure that you follow the correct instructions in terms of the payment po. Ayan. So next step po is after we pay the application fee, you'll be sending the proof of payment to us, obviously po, and then after that po, makakakuha po kayo ng acceptance letter and a copy of the enrollment guidelines. So yan, on the screen po, you'll also see a link at the bottom wherein you can access the enrollment guidelines or even download a copy. So once you have a copy na po, please read through the information. Again, this will be your reference in terms of processing, or it's actually a document that has step-by-step procedures and steps that you will need to undergo para lang po sa enrollment natin. And don't worry, it's fairly easy lang naman po. As a reminder then, at this point siguro in your application process, please prepare all the documents that you will need to submit to MCL para po ma-process namin ang enrollment. You will find the list in the enrollment guidelines that we will be sending, or it's actually posted online din po. So please read through the information. Ayan. Next slide po. Ayan, and like what I mentioned earlier, the enrollment process is published online, and also indicated in the enrollment guidelines. So again, please read through it because included in the guidelines are the links that you need to access and also the dates wherein you will need to submit the required documents for enrollment. Ayan po. Next slide, please. Ayan. So this particular slide is very important and helpful to you guys. If you have, again, your mobile phones handy, take a screenshot. Admissions are open from Tuesdays to Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you're applying for MCL po, you have instantly a dedicated enrollment advisor. So on the screen right now, you're seeing this is for college. For applicants with surnames from A to C, you have Ms. Hazel Mendoza. She is going to be on standby to address any of your concerns. For surnames starting with from B to L, we have Ms. Shai De Silva. We also have Ms. Mia Tatlonghari for surnames from M to R. And applicants with surnames from S to Z, we have Ms. Jenny Rose Antillan. So their numbers and emails are actually posted on the screen right now. And uh, please feel free to take a screenshot of this page para you'll have something to reference. You can also opt to send us an email through our general mailbox, which is admissions at mcl.edu.ph. And we will be more than happy to assist you with any of your concerns in terms of enrollment and application. Ayan po. Next slide po. Ayan, I think this is my last slide, but see, what I was mentioning earlier, it's very straightforward, it's very simple. We urge you, as indicated on the screen, the start of classes is August 16, 2021. So we urge you again to process your enrollment ahead of time para hindi po kayo nagmamadali, so that you'll still have time to relax and enjoy some free time with the family before the actual classes start. Secure your slot now so you can go ahead and process it online or even on site. You have different options to choose from. Just make sure that you stay safe. We're still within the midst of the pandemic, but we are providing you with solutions in terms of continuing education. So we welcome you po to send any of your inquiries or questions through the admissions helplines para we can help you and guide you through your application and enrollment journey. Ayan. Thank you for everyone. We hope to see you in MCL.
Thank you very much, Sir Josh. Once again, he is MCL's admissions director. Thank you for that informative presentation. And now we are going to be heading to the financial support. In partnership with MCL, Bukas wants to have students a brighter tomorrow with their financial support program. And to discuss it, we have this afternoon a representative from the organization, Ms. Anna Kua.
Thank you so much for that, Therese. And hello, everybody. Good afternoon. I'm so thankful to be here. Thank you to the MCL team for inviting us to share more about Bukas to the aspiring wizards and how Bukas can be your partner in financing your education with our tuition installment plans. So again, my name is Anna. And let me just introduce to you what Bukas is. So yes, Bukas is a digital platform that provides access to quality education through affordable tuition installment plans. So basically, our advocacy, our mission is to make education more affordable, more accessible to Filipino students. And that is why we partner with trusted educational institutions like MCL. So MCL and Bukas are partners to be able to provide their students with tuition plans payable in 12 months. So what does this mean, no? So typically when you enroll in any school, in college or high school, you have the option to pay upfront. So that's one lump sum. Or merong options for 2 installment plans. So your tuition fee will be divided into 2. Or 4 installment plans. So your tuition fee will be divided into 4. But we understand that sometimes that's a little that's too big on your budget, or it's just not convenient for you. Which is why with Bukas, we allow the flexibility for students and parents to pay for your tuition fees in 12 months. So that can be for as low as 1,009 pesos per month. So diba, very ano siya, pasok sa budget. So just as an example, let's say your tuition fee for the incoming semester is 30,000. With Bukas, instead of shelling out the full lump sum of 30,000, you can pay only 3,005 pesos per month with our 1.5 interest rate, with a one-time processing fee of 3%. So if you feel that the calculation might be a little tricky for you, we have a calculator ready for you on our website, bukas.ph, where you can input the amount you need, and then it will automatically give you the amount that you'll need to pay monthly. That might give you a better idea of how the calculation works. But let's say you feel 12 months is a bit too much. No, we can make that shorter. So if you feel that you can pay in 8 months or 9 months, then just let us know. We can adjust the calculation for you, and you will actually get rebate. So you will need to pay for a lower amount monthly than what you would have paid if you avail of the 12 months. So like I mentioned, no, Bukas is a digital platform, meaning everything is online. You apply online, you create your profile online, so you don't even need to go out of your house. You can do everything from the comfort of your own bedroom. Of course, we want you to be safe. And even the steps after that, once you get approved, is all online. We will disburse the approved amount directly to MCL, so you don't even need to worry about having it reflect on your account, getting your tuition paid. So let us worry about that so you can focus on your education. All right, so just some things that you need to know about Bukas. We can help finance up to 100% of your tuition from the start of your freshman year to the last semester of your graduating year. So you can pursue your dreams, specifically with a career in IT. As somebody who works in the fintech scene, I can definitely say that tech is the future. So hopefully you learned a lot from the talk earlier from sila Team Ian. But going back to Bukas now, so what are the things you need to know? How to apply? Like I said, it's very easy. Everything is online. You can head on to our website, bukas.ph, or download the app from the Google Play Store, wherein you'll need to register, create your profile, and then submit an application form. Everything is very straightforward, but we will ask you for some details. Of course, you need to verify your identity and submit some documents from the school. So what sort of requirements are needed to apply for a Bukas plan? So you will need your student ID. But I understand that syempre, it's a pandemic. We don't want you going out of your house, going to the school just to get your physical ID. So your SHS ID will do, or even any government issued ID. As long as it has your face, your name, it verifies your identity, then you can submit that. We will also need your enrollment form or your assessment form, basically a proof that you are successfully enrolled into MCL. Because again, Bukas installment plans are available only for MCL students. Lastly, you will just need to provide us your guardian contact or emergency contact, somebody who lives with you, who we can contact in case of emergencies, and is at least 21 years old. So very straightforward requirements, very easy. Again, it's all online. You can head on to bukas.ph just in case you have more questions or want to know about how it works. But okay, once you're done with the application, you have been approved, and we were able to disburse the amount. So how do the payments work? No? So like I mentioned, it will be in 12 monthly installments. So your first due will start 1 month after the approved amount has been disbursed. So let's say nag-apply kayo and na-disburse kayo ng July 4. Meaning nun, your first due date will be the following month on the 4th of the month. So August 4, September 4, and so on. But don't worry because we do have an online tracker. So you will see there in real time once your payments have reflected, where you can keep track of what payments you paid for, how long you have until the end of the 12 months. So everything is on your Bukas app or your Bukas account. And you can also easily pay online or over the counter through one of our 8,000 payment channels. So it's just some examples of GCash, PayMaya, any 7-Eleven branch, Bayan centers, and also through bank apps like BDO, BPI, Union Bank. So I won't go through all the 8,000 options that you have. Hindi tayo matatapos today, but again, if you have questions or clarifications, or you would like to see the complete list of your payment channel options if you do avail of a Bukas plan, then you can head over to bukas.ph or send us an email at info@bukas.ph. But I will also be here until the end of the session just in case you have any pressing questions, concerns, or clarifications. But for now, that's it. So I hope you were able to get an idea of your payment options if you do enroll in MCL. And tayo na't abutin ang bukas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss Anna, for that very fruitful discussion about the financial support of the Bukas program. And now we are going to head to the Q&A session of our webinar. Na sabi na nga kanina ni Miss Anna na if you have any questions, this is going to be the perfect time to comment it down below on our comment section para ma-address natin properly sa ating mga notable speakers for this afternoon. So I would like to welcome back Dean Ian, the admissions director, Sir Josh, and a representative from Bukas, Miss Anna. Unfortunately, the program chair, Miss Jonalyn, can't join us for the session because she's having some technical difficulties with the internet connection. Alam naman natin, umuulan. Kaya siguro naka-apekto yun sa internet connection ni ma'am. But Dean Ian is here to answer your pressing questions. Hello, good afternoon to everyone. So to start our question and answer portion, I would like to ask Dean Ian regarding the programs that you've mentioned a while ago, that you've discussed. So how is it different? The three programs, how is it different from the previous curricula?
Okay, so good afternoon to everyone again. Basically, with the new curricula that we are offering, one of the significant changes is the number of credit units. Originally, the three programs that we are offering has 176 credit units. But with this new curricula, it's now down to 149 for the BSCS and BSIS program and 146 for the BSIT program. So yun, medyo significant yun, no? From 176 to 149 or 146. Now, aside from the credit units, yung focus din ng curriculum. Okay? So as mentioned, si ComSci, originally the focus is on the algorithm, the research, and innovations. Okay, but with this new curriculum, they are now being trained to be a software engineers, software developers. So basically, na-realign yung focus, no, ng isang BSCS student, no, from focusing primarily on research and innovation. So this time they are more on programmers, developers, okay, in the field of software development. Okay? But hindi natin tinatanggal sa kanila yung pagiging researchers and innovators. Actually, mas in-strengthen pa natin yung focus on research and innovations for our CS students. Okay? So, with the new curriculum for the BSCS program, mas naging clear yung pathway nung students at yung magiging graduate eventually. Okay? Now, in MCL, we added courses aside from the regular as defined by the CMO. Naglagay tayo ng data analytics, machine learning, and game development. Okay? Why? Bakit natin nilagay yon? Because these are the demand of the future. Okay? Ito yung kakailanganin natin, no? Data analytics, data scientist. Okay? Of course, as ComSci, hindi pwedeng nagde-develop ka lang ng software. Dapat medyo intelligent yung software na yon, no? And therefore, yung machine learning is very important and critical. Also, yung game development, ito na yung nagpo-boom na industry ngayon eh. Okay? And as software developers, yung game naman software din yan eh. But of course, iba lang yung intended users, pero software pa rin yan. And therefore, it's important that our students, our ComSci students, will have an overview or an introduction about game development. Now, with regard to the IT, as mentioned, no, nag-shift, nag-realign yung focus niya from programmers, no, yung talagang developers lang sila before, yung ngayon, nakafocus sila sa IT infrastructure. So, medyo nagkakaroon kasi ng deficiency pagdating doon sa mga systems administrators or system engineers, network administrators or network engineers kasi ilang institution lang yung nagpo-produce ng mga IT graduates na may capability in handling networks or system infrastructure. So that's why yung new curriculum will help us, no, will help the student to develop their skills in terms of network and system administration. Okay? Now, sa MCL, dinagdagan natin, we have an introduction to Internet of Things or IoT. No? Because yun yung nakikita nating demand. No? Kaya importante na ngayon pa lang naiintindihan nila ano ba yung Internet of Things and paano ba magagamit sa magandang paraan yung Internet of Things. Okay? For the BSIS program, well, wala namang masyadong na bago sa design ng curriculum kasi even before, yun naman talaga ang design ng BSIS to work on business processes, no? Improving business processes. So, ngayon siguro mas na-highlight lang, no? Kasi yung mga courses na kinukuha nila, medyo nagkaroon talaga ng mga specific discussions on business processes. So, pumasok na yung mga ERPs, no? So, yung curriculum natin, we are offering SAP as one of the ERPs that they are being trained, no? Para at least they have an idea of what SAP is. And then later on, most of the companies naman are using SAP. So hindi sila mukhang probinsyano, no? Sabi nga natin, 'di ba? Pag napunta sa city, parang probinsyano dating na. Okay, ano ba 'yan? So hindi bago sa kanila yung SAP. Okay? Now aside from that, we also have data analytics and we strengthen on project management, no? So yun yung design ng BSIS program natin para somehow medyo complete package yung student. Hindi lang sila magaling gumawa ng business processes, they have understanding about the software, they have understanding about data analytics, and at the same time they have the skills on project management, which is I think very important.
Thank you, Dean Ian. And ito follow-up question po, does it mean yung pag-lessen ng mga credit units, does it mean that they can finish the program in less than 4 years?
Yeah, that's a good question. No? Actually, maraming nagtatanong yan. Bumaba yung units, so does it mean na bababa rin ba dun sa 4 na taon? No? Theoretically, yes. Kasi yung number of units is less than. Okay? However, what we did here in MCL, when we designed our curricula, no, for these 3 programs, we consider the fast-paced term system that we have. Okay? So, ano lang tayo parang 11 weeks kasi yung pang 12, basically is the final exam week, no? Nandito na yung submission ng lahat ng requirements. So, considering that system, ayaw naman namin na i-overburden kaagad yung estudyante by giving them a lot of credit units in a term. Okay? Mahihirapan yung student, especially kung hindi sila ready for a term system na mag-adjust. And therefore, magiging cause of delay pa yon. So what we did, we stick with the 4 years. Nag-stick tayo sa 4 years. Pero yung bawat term, less than 15 units yung ino-offer natin, especially on their first year, no? So tigta 12 credit units lang yon. So that's about 4 courses, no? 4 credit courses. Then of course you have the PE, you have the NSTP, okay, and other non-credit courses. Pero mas magaan siya compare sa kukuha ka ng let's say 7 or 8 courses in a term, di ba? So this time 4 lang yung kukuhanin nila. With this design, okay, we can guarantee that the students, especially the freshmen, okay, hindi sila mahihirapang mag-adjust pagdating nila sa college. They will have enough time to work with their requirements in all of their courses. And at the same time, they still have quality time for other personal stuff. They can still play games if they want to. They can go travel somewhere else. Okay, so that's the design of our curricula, no? Para mahirap kasi kung 15 units bibigay natin diyan, mahihirapan lahat sila. So this time, dahil less yung units, 4 years, so mas nararamdaman nila yung learning, no, doon sa mga programs na yon. Okay, so that's why we decided to stick with 4 years. And also aside from that, we believe kasi na these programs are skills-based eh. So when we say skills-based, hindi mo naman matututunan yan na isang araw, isang linggo. Di ba? Well, pwede mong matutunan, pero you will not be an expert, okay, in a week's time or even a month's time. So meaning, you need time to engage, di ba? You should have an actual engagement so that you will be more adept to the technology that you are studying, that you are using right now. Eventually, this will prepare you in your future career. Okay? So,
Thank
that's
you,
the reason
Dean.
why 4 years pa rin yung naging decision for MCL.
Thank you, Dean. And ito pong question na to, sorry, natanong ko din po kasi to kaninang umaga sa maritime studies. Since we are in a pandemic and online yung setup natin, can you share to us how lecture and laboratory classes are being conducted by the college?
Okay, it's another good question actually, no? Kasi yun nga, tama ka. Pandemic, walang face-to-face, so paano ba nangyayari, no? Ready ba ang MCL in this setup? Okay? Well, I can say, no, for MCL, since 2008, I think, or 2009, I just can't remember specifically. Nag-umpisa na tayong gumamit ng learning management system eh. Now we are using Moodle. Okay? So, kumbaga, early days pa lang ng MCL, nauumpisahan na natin yung ganitong klase ng educational system, no? So, our teachers are ready for this scenario. Some of our students, no, nakukuha na nila, and kahit yung mga bagong papasok, nalalaman nila sa MCL may ganitong sistema. So they will not be parang alienated sa system, no? Now, to be more specific, sa lecture and lab courses, as mentioned, we are using Blackboard Learn. It's an LMS, no, learning management system. So this platform will allow the teachers and the students to interact in a virtual platform. So dito po, nandito lahat ng mga video presentation ng teachers, andito yung mga downloadable version ng learning materials, yung mga instructional activities like assignments, quizzes, available po dun sa ating LMS. Now, aside from that, we have learning tools. So we have Wiley, okay? We have Cengage. So meron tayong mga ginagamit din na learning tools that will supplement the activities, the learning activities, no, for a particular lecture course. Now, with regard to the design, yung faculty members po natin are trained in creating interactive contents. So, hindi po basta ipopost lang ng teacher natin yung PowerPoint nila and bahala na si student na mag-aral. Okay? Yung mga faculty members po ng MCL, nag-e-effort po yan para gumawa ng interactive content. So kung makikita nyo po, no, yung mga presentation na ginagamit sa klase ng mga estudyante, andun po yung touch pa rin ng teacher, which I think is very important. No, hindi dapat nawawala yung connection ng teacher at ng student eh. So by having this interactive content, somehow nakaka-reach out tayo, no? Nakaka-reach out yung faculty natin sa mga students. And we make sure that we manage accordingly our course assessments. Okay? So siguro, do sa regular face-to-face, in a week's time, baka 2-3 beses nag-quick quiz, no? Dito, hindi na, no? Maaaring isa na lang yan. At baka simple pa, multiple choice pa yung assessment. Now, why do we need to do that? Kasi we need to manage eh. Mahirap yung sitwasyon in a virtual setup, no? Aminin po natin yon. Hindi lang naman estudyante nahihirapan dyan, pati po mga teachers natin nahihirapan po dyan. Okay? And therefore, we have to temper down, no, yung expectation, pero hindi dapat ma-sacrifice yung attainment ng expected learning outcome. So that's something that we can guarantee, no, with how we deliver the lecture courses. Now, for the laboratory, eto po medyo mahirap ito, no? Kasi, for the laboratory, basically, you need tools. Now, what is good with our programs, no? IT, CS, or IS, most of our laboratory courses are focused on software or application development. And therefore, medyo mas madali tayong makakakuha. No, merong mga open source na software, okay? Na pwede nang gamitin ng students, pwede nilang i-download at i-install sa sarili-sarili nilang computer system. So, dahil, for example, kung magtuturo kami ng programming, hindi naman namin ituturo yung particular programming language lang eh. Okay? We are teaching them how to code, how to think. So, they can use any programming language na available siguro, okay? Yung mga pwedeng i-download, and then, itinatranslate na lang. No? So, ang mas importante, naiintindihan ba nila yung gagawin nila? Now, yung faculty natin, yung mga teachers natin, we make sure that we provide instructional materials that will guide the students on how to install, set up, and use the platform. And for each lab activity, definitely, there would be a clear step-by-step instructions para hindi ma-atlos yung student natin. And if there would be problems that they might encounter or concern during the delivery, they can easily communicate this to their faculty members, to their instructor, using our Blackboard Learn course messaging and other communication tools on that matter. We also have Microsoft Teams. Okay, so pwedeng doon nila mag-send ng message sa mga faculty natin. So definitely, yung structure ay prepared si MCL, no? Yung content at saka yung teacher prepared, yung support nandun din, no? Available yung support. So nothing to worry, no? With regard to how we deliver our lecture and laboratory courses. Okay? So, pati po yung MC natin, na-disconnect din po.
Parang na-disconnect na rin yata si Teresa this afternoon kasi medyo malakas yata yung ulan sa labas.
Oo nga po eh. Hope everyone is safe, no? Especially yung mga kababayan natin sa Batangas area. Sana wag nang tumuloy yung pagputok ni Taal, no? Hindi pa tayo nakakaahon with this situation, this pandemic. And of course, last year lang, nung huling pumutok si Taal, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So, yan, na-experience natin, even yung difficulty sa connection.
Siguro, Dean, I'm not seeing any questions po kasi dito sa ating chat box. I think, from admissions perspective and para na rin po sa ating college, I will invite na rin ulit ang ating mga manonood ngayong afternoon na to. I'm just gonna ask our team to actually just flash the admissions helplines na lang po siguro for one last time. Just so that kung meron po tayong mga questions in terms of enrollment or admission or anything that you are wanting clarification with, please make sure to send it our way para we can address it. Katulad nga po ng sabi ni Lynn na sorry, hindi na tumuloy si Taal. Pero again, we provide everyone with solutions to process ang ating application and our enrollment and continue on with learning po in the comforts of our home. So hopefully, even if there are challenges sa labas, kung hindi man tayo payagan na lumabas outside of our homes, we still have options on how we can deliver or connect with MCL para ipagpatuloy pa rin natin ang ating pag-aaral. So, ayan. Sige, Sir Dean, do you have any other, I guess, last words for our audience this afternoon po?
Okay. Well, even before, I have or I have read this particular question kasi na parang, okay, considering the situation, why do I need to enroll to MCL? Parang, ano bang competitive advantage kung sa MCL ko kukuhanin yung tatlong program? So siguro, I would like to give that as my final statement for this episode, no? I believe kasi na in this time of pandemic, uh, well, I am not generalizing naman, no? Pero yung graduates ng either IT, CS, or IS, hindi sila masyadong naapektuhan, no? They are ready for a work from home setup. I hope, no, na ready talaga lahat. Okay? I don't think they'll have hard time adjusting to this. Okay? The question nga lang is, paano sila na-prepare ng school? So siguro yun yung isang bagay na pwede kong sabihin na here at MCL, day one pa lang, no? Pagtungtong pa lang nung freshman, okay, eto na yung direction, eto na yung commitment that we are giving our student. Okay? We will train you, we will prepare you for future-ready professions. Okay? Not just local, hindi lang po sa Philippines, but also abroad. Okay? We have a lot of students na nasa ibang bansa. We have in Singapore, we have in Malaysia, and then just recently, yung isa nating alumni nasa Canada, no? So, I mean, these are proof, okay, that we were able to produce globally competitive professionals. Our curricula are well designed, no, following international standards. We have expert faculty members handling professional courses that know exactly how to implement outcomes-based education. No? Yan na kasi ang direction ngayon, OBE framework, no, na tinatawag. We have established research agenda. So for those incoming students na may interest talaga, no, na makapag-innovate, makapag-produce ng mga projects that are useful for our community. Okay? We have a lot of research agenda na pwede nyo pong ma-take advantage. No? So nabanggit ko kanina, we have environment, we have education, okay? We have and the field of medicine, and a lot more. So doon nakafocus sa research agenda ng college. And to complete the three pillars, we have good community engagement initiatives and activities. So here at MCL, we will be giving you a complete college life experience. Okay? So hindi lang basta ACADS, okay? Hindi lang basta research, no? We have community engagement. And then finally, this is something that I'm proud of MCL. MCL has a strong student intervention and support system in place. So hindi namin gustong magtagal yung students sa amin. No, as much as possible, we want them to finish their program in 4 years' time. So we have a strong intervention and support system that our students can take advantage of. So for me, these are the necessary elements, okay, that will prepare your kids, no, to prepare our students to be future-proof, and definitely it can ensure student success. So God bless everyone po. Keep safe po tayo. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Dean Ian. Sorry po, nawala po ako for a few minutes.
Dean, for those very inspirational words. I think Therese is back. Ayan, hi Therese. Good to see you again.
Oo nga po, good to see you too. Medyo kinabahan ako. PLDT is failing me right now, pero bumalik na finally. Na-miss ko na yung mga answers ni Dean Ian. Pero yan, thank you very much for this afternoon, Dean Ian. And I know we don't have any further questions for Miss Anna or for Sir Josh. Well, malinaw naman kasi ang kanilang mga presentation kanina. And accessible din naman yung mga contact details if they have any further information. So for that, once again, thank you for joining me this afternoon and for enlightening our viewers how to be a future-proof IT student. So, guys, that was it for our viewpoint session this afternoon. We learned a lot about the 3 different programs that MCL is offering. Ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba niya? What path you should take kung depende sa mga gusto mong programs or rather specialty na magkaroon in the future. At kaya nga yung title ng ating session for today is Future-Proofing Your IT Career. Kasi sa MCL, marami kang path na pwedeng i-take. Ikaw na lang bahala kung anong i-take mo doon. And also, from the admissions, it was clear that you can see the information on how to be an MCL student sa ating Facebook page. And of course, the Bukas program is very much welcoming with the questions or queries that you want to further ask them. You can just go on to their website or also to download their application that is available on Play Store and I think also in the App Store for the Apple. So, once again, my name is Therese Makasaet. Thank you very much for joining me sa ating viewpoint session for this afternoon. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep safe.